My guest needs no introduction. I am so excited. I'm like sweating profusely. Okay, Elle Leary is with us. Elle, thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of your busy day. I know you have to be so busy.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. When I had posted a few weeks ago, who does everybody want to be, to see on my channel? So many people emailed me. I was like, please have Elle, and I was like, I'll ask, but I'm just this little itty bitty channel. So, but you were so like happy and excited. So thank you so much. Not a lot of people know. We kind of go way back. You're actually the first YouTuber that actually worked with our company skinBEAUTIFUL RX, and I tell everybody all the time, like, you changed our life, and I totally mean that. Like, you literally like opened the door for us to be able to help so many people. So thank you so much, and as always, you know how much I love you. So we have a lot of really fun questions for you today. Yeah. So if somebody for some reason doesn't know you, Elle, you are a celebrity makeup artist, esthetician. You're about to start your own practice. Your wife, mother, a little bit of everything, and everybody loves you.
No, yeah, I'm just a normal person, just, trying to help everybody navigate this beauty world, that is so ever-changing with my YouTube channel and everything else I do, and so, yeah.
Yes, and I'll make sure I link your channel below too. So there are so many reviews out there, so many products. So what is your like most hyped product, and what's one product that is so hyped that you just don't get it? And don't worry, if any brands are watching this, I'm a tiny channel, they probably won't see it.
So the first part of the question was what?
Your most favorite like hyped product, like one that has been all over the place and that you actually 100% believe is awesome.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to pick one, to be honest with you. But I absolutely love essences. You know that. That's something that I just cannot live without in my skincare routine. Now, if we go for makeup, I just think Hourglass is super. Like everybody and their mom knows about Hourglass, especially my demographic. And I think it's well worth all the hype every second of every day. I love every powder thing that they come out with is something that I absolutely love, and I cannot not have. Now, something that I think is hype and I don't get it. It's hard for me because it's hype for a lot of people because they really resonate with that. So I would hate to dim that down because that really resonates with them. But for me, and actually I just did a video a few days ago about it, contouring for me is just something that I feel contouring and highlighter. Okay. Like there is a time and place for all things, but the hype is just long lasting. So, but I speak from my demographic, our demographic, which is, 35 plus. And usually that's not something that we're focusing on. So.
Love it. So if you had to pick one palette for the rest of your life that you could only use, so you get to pick one palette forever, which one would it be?
Okay, so you know me, I don't wear a ton of multiple colored eyeshadows. It's just not my style. I teach on it all day long. I do it on clients. So I have a bunch of palettes that I absolutely love. Some of them are the Charlotte Tilbury palettes. I mean, ELLE actually makes some beautiful palettes, but for me personally, and it's a bummer because it's actually been discontinued, but I'll give you a rendition of it. So it's anything Hourglass. So they come out with these limited edition Hourglass. I know it's annoying. I've talked about them all the time, but their Ghost palette was one that I have upstairs. It does not leave my side. I'm very sad as I'm starting to hit pan, but I really, for real. But I love this bronzer from them. This is the Diffused Bronze Light. I use it as my bronzer, my eyeshadow, everything. They came out with this one, which is their blush palette. And it is gorgeous. I use it every single day. So I would say those are probably the stand-ins now for that.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to go add those to my cart. Okay.
The Hourglass is killing it. It's just because their powders are baked, which means that it once was a liquid and then they baked it. And so it doesn't ever get chalky. It's great.
Oh, I love that. Awesome. I think, that's what a lot of people love about you as well. Like you had just said, you do a lot of different colors for clients. And I think that's why you do resonate with so many people, is that you can do a really like dramatic look, but you also make looks for people that are like, everyday people, 9 to 5 job and just very natural. So I think I love all of your looks. So
Thank you.
I completely agree with that. So perfect. Okay. So favorite at-home facial tool?
Okay.
I know I have a hard question.
If anyone watches my channel, I have multiple videos about the tools I use at home because I'm obsessed with tools. But this one has been around with me for, I would say, I would say a good 6-7 years, and it's the it's the Lemieux facial scrubber. I've done multiple videos about this. It is a facial exfoliator. It helps to break up debris, sebum, things on the skin. It's a very gentle way to exfoliate, especially for people that have sensitive skin, rosacea, things of that nature that can't use additional, exfoliators. This is so awesome. And then you actually flip it over and then you push it on the forehead or wherever with product like serums, and it actually pushes the product in deeper. So good. Like I love it on every client. I use it on myself. It's so good.
Yeah, and of course, if anybody doesn't know, we actually sell that in our store. And I don't know if you get to hear from people that like watch your videos and actually purchase the Lemieux Skin Perfector, but they always, after they purchase it, they're like, I got this because of Elle's video, and I absolutely love it. So I never really know if you get to hear like, the follow through, but yeah, so many people love that tool. So I completely agree with you too. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, and it's it is a professional tool, so it kind of takes, if you can't get into your esthetician right now or you're just too busy, like it is such a great thing to carry you through. So perfect.
It is a professional strength tool that you can use at home safely.
Yeah, absolutely. Which you and me both have that very that love of holistic healing, very safe approach to skincare. So I'm right there with you. What is one skincare product that you could never give up? Which I know it's a really broad question, but I know for me, like I will change certain products through the seasons, or like I'll be like, okay, well I love this cleanser, I want to try something new. What's one product that you're like, I don't care what is new out, like I'm going to keep this one in my routine?
I'm going to choose two.
Perfect.
It's going to be the Osmosis Vitamin A's, 100%. I'll never use anything else.
Same.
I just 100% believe in their products. So, as you know, I'm using Renew now. I just started doing that, but I've used Correct for years. And then I'm going to say Rescue. Those two will never change in my simple of things. I absolutely love them.
Oh, they're actually my two favorite products too. I use Calm. My skin's just so sensitive, but Calm has just been life-changing for me. A vitamin A that I can use, and my skin absolutely loves it. So, and I agree with you. I always tell everybody there is not a skin that can't use Rescue and see fantastic results. So, yay! I'm so glad we agree.
Yeah, and Calm actually is so fantastic for people that have rosacea and Rescue. I have a lot of clients. My skincare practice isn't up and running yet, but I do it in my home. And for some reason, I'm like the person that people come to with like rosacea and hyperpigmentation. And I have all of my rosacea girls on Calm and Rescue. It's so important.
Yeah, and a lot of people know from my channel that's what I struggle with personally, so that's why I love those products. And, I think you get a lot of people with our skin type because you do take that, while you want dramatic changes in the skin, you take a different approach to skincare where it's safe yet effective without using really harsh, harmful ingredients. So, that's why
it might take a little more time than something really super aggressive, but you will be happier in the end with being so gentle and really changing it from within instead of just kind of the surface change. So thank you for saying that.
So, if you were not a celebrity makeup artist and esthetician, what would you be doing right now?
Oh my gosh. I have had so many lives in my 41 years. I probably would, well, it Broadway was open. So I sang and danced since I was about 3 and a half. So I probably would be on Broadway, I would hope.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Okay, that is, when we get off here, I want to hear some singing.
It was eons ago, my love, not a lifetime, but that's what I would love to have done.
That is awesome. I think everybody's going to love hearing that. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of requests for music soon. So what is your favorite brand of foundation to use on set? So for people that, you know, want to have that wear all day look, it lasts all day, but you know, they're just going to their job or, you know, on a date. What's one of your favorite foundations that can really live up to expectations?
So there's actually a couple, because it depends upon A, the skin type, B, what they're going for. So for example, my kit, I have a lot of the Osmosis Performance Wear Satin Foundation. It's actually what I have on today. It's what I wear a lot. It's so fantastic. But the reason why I like this is because it's skin-like. It's great for your more of like, I'm going to like a press lunch event. I need to look like skin. Also, it's great for people that want non-toxic makeup. So I have to carry this around because I'm a non-toxic, cruelty-free makeup artist. But then I also love the brand new launch from Anastasia. Her shade range is incredible. The finish is incredible. The wear is incredible. I mean, she really hit it out of the park. When I wear it, I'm just always like, oh my gosh, why do I not wear this more often, you know? And then the last one I'll say is the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Foundation, I think it's called. It's like a tinted, you know, like a skin tint. And it is so gorgeous and really great for hydration, skin perfecting. So those are the three that besides I carry Temptu, which is like an airbrush machine. It depends on what they need, but those are some that I carry in my kit that I holy grails. I've used Temptu for God knows how long. And that's a really fantastic brand too, if you want to be a little bit more advanced in your application. So if there's any makeup artists on here, you guys got to have that Temptu in your system. It's so, so great.
Okay, you have garnered a huge following with women over 30. You know, what you say, what you do just resonates with them, and I'm one of those women. So, you know, you even have your own Facebook group that caters to women over 30, which is Beauty Over 30, The Squad, which I'll link below. But for women 30s to 50s, what do you feel for just a anti-aging routine is the most important ingredients?
Yeah, I say that over and over again. It's really important to understand the ABCs of skincare and exfoliation. I add exfoliation in there. If you don't have a basis of using a vitamin C, a vitamin A, and then some form of niacinamide, which niacinamide is in most products nowadays. You don't necessarily have to use it separate, but it needs to be at a higher level of the ingredients of those products. And then a really nice exfoliation routine where you exfoliate 1 to 2 times a week or whatever for your skin type. That is the basis. That's like where you start. That's the foundation to make sure that your routine is complete and not missing anything. And of course SPF, but that's goes without saying. And that what you can do is you can use those 3 ABCs at morning and night. And so you don't have to overcomplicate it. Do I have an A? Do I have a C? And do I have niacinamide somewhere in there in my routine? Now, the reason why I say you can do this morning and night is because I always recommend the Osmosis Vitamin A's because they are safe to use during the day. I know a ton of them are not. So you can just use your C and your B in the morning. But for me, that is a complete routine. So it's going to probably be your, obviously, C, A, and then your niacinamide, and then exfoliation at night.
Perfect. And how often do you typically, and I know it probably totally depends on the skin type and what product, but how often do you usually recommend for exfoliating just normal skin?
Yeah, so for example, I exfoliate more than the most people. Reason being is because I'm working on hyperpigmentation, but I also know how to do it safely. So I don't get anything too aggressive. I never use scrubs. And I use more things like toners or like a gentle glycolic salicylic toner of some sort for the most times. But I probably exfoliate 3 times a week, I'd say. I also have a microdermabrasion kit at home, so I will do that once a month. So, but I really listen to my skin. There are weeks where I actually can only exfoliate once. Especially during the winter, you have to make sure you are exfoliating, but you have to be really listening. This is why we talk about on my channel. It's like this inner voice, this intuitiveness in your gut that actually should lead you throughout your whole life if you listen really well. And it can also, you know, really lead you onto what your skin needs that day. I really think that people know, if they would listen, you know, what their best needs are for that day. Is my skin feeling dry? Is it feeling irritated? Did it, you know what I mean? So really start to, you know, hone in and listen to that skin. It will tell you what it needs, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm actually so glad you said that in the way you did, because, you know, a lot of people will email me and be like, you know, Leah, my skin's peeling and it's really dry. And then I, you know, made sure I put on this really aggressive retinol last night, or I exfoliated with a really harsh acid. I'm like, but your skin was really dry and it's really irritated. Like, why did you do that? I'm like, what's in my routine? Like, it's day 8. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. So, you know, I love the way you just put that, because, you know, I usually don't put it in that, you know, that form of words. So that's perfect. You know, definitely listening to your skin. And, you know, just because you're, you know, it's day 4 and, you know, on your chart it says to exfoliate, if your skin isn't feeling it, don't exfoliate. So I love that. That's perfect.
Absolutely. I think it's really important, because I do a lot of one-on-one consultations with my clients, and also with the squad, which they've named themselves. And I talk to them and I lay out a whole routine for them. But I also really reiterate to them, if this doesn't feel right that day, do not do it. Just use your moisturizer and that's it. So yeah, skincare really needs to be intuitive, because it's so individualized. We can give you a basis, but you need to make sure you listen.
So you are a huge advocate for the Osmosis wellness range, and over the last few weeks, I know you've been talking to people because they've ordered a lot of different skin defense or the Elixir. So I know you're probably doing more one-on-one consults as well. But so what has it done for you that you love it so much that you stand behind it? What kind of you know, skin conditions are you recommending these products for? Like, for anybody who's watching and doesn't know anything about it, or like, why is she recommending this?
So it's actually a loaded question, and I'll try to simplify it as much as I possibly can. So Osmosis, Dr. Ben Johnson, I find to be a very brilliant man. I find him inspiring and he's so knowledgeable. He has created supplements that go with the body, because what goes on inside ultimately shows up on our skin. Our skin is the largest organ of our body, and it actually is the last line of defense. This thing that shows you what's going on the last, so you know that you really need to address it. So for me, I take several of his supplements. I take the Skin Defense, which is a daily pill that is like a skin clarifier, but it's also about a heavy metal detox. So we come into so much contact with heavy metals. There's a lot of research to support heavy metal detoxing in a very soft, gentle, and informed way. And I find that when I use these, my skin is glowier. I'm on my second pack, so I can now actually speak like wholeheartedly that I love it. When I don't have it, it gives me anxiety. I feel like my mood is better. I just feel overall healthier when I take those. So I know that I'm getting some skin clarifying. Not that I have acne. They do have a supplement for acne that everyone has to take if you have acne, because it's a mucus clearing supplement and it's fantastic. And then I take the elixirs. I take emotional well-being, hormone support, and skin. What is it, Aliyah? Skin beautifier. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Professional elixir.
Yes. Yes. And and Leah will link all these. You guys,
absolutely.
You guys can take a look. Now, this is where it gets to. What is your philosophies? My philosophies are very holistic. I appreciate a blend of Western and Eastern philosophies and medicine. And this is basically water infused with frequency. So if you ever done a search on Google or something like that and just put like water frequencies or water infused with love, water infused with compassion, and there's many studies about how the actual, I don't know if you call it a molecule or the cell of water changes when you infuse it with different things. Okay, so water can actually become medicine when it's infused with various things. It also has 24 karat gold in it, which is also immune supportive and etc. For me, somebody brought it up actually on my channel when I talked about it before. They're like, I wonder if this is why you're much happier. I will say that and I'll be real TMI real quick, my periods have always been really bad. I think the hormone elixir has really made a substantial difference. I'm now on my third month of taking them religiously. I've been taking them for years on and off. You need to be consistent.
You have to
And but I think that my periods have been a lot better. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak to that. And on medical terms, always check with your practitioner. But you also, I think the emotional one as well has really given me a boost in what I needed and what I was lacking, which was energy. I can't wait to use them for longer and just see the amazing overall benefits. Because Dr. Ben Johnson talks about using them for at least 4 to 6 months to really get the full impact and using them consistently. So.
Oh no, absolutely. Like you said, it's one of those things at first you're like, what are they trying to sell me? But being able, and you get this too, I'm talk to people that actually have been on them, in particular the hormone elixir for our clientele, again, being, over 35, very, hormonal changes definitely happening. It is life-changing for them, especially anybody going through menopause. I always hear that it's helped with hot flashes. I can sleep now, so absolutely. So it definitely sounds like a little hocus pocus at first, but, just give it a chance. It's phenomenal. And, speaking to the skin defense with the heavy metal. I don't know, you may not have seen the video, but I had a neurologist on a few weeks ago, and he actually, I don't know if I even edited this out, but it was so interesting. I hope I didn't. What he had to say about heavy metals and, not only with the skin, but the brain. So it's amazing. So if, you don't want it for your skin, you just want it for overall health, the skin defense is amazing. And so of course, a shameless plug here. Like I said, we've worked, thank goodness, together for a while. What are your favorite products at skinBEAUTIFUL RX that you just can't live without, which you kind of just went over in a quick summary, but is there anything else? I know you're a big fan of Lemieux, or anything besides Osmosis that you absolutely love?
Absolutely. So, of course, like you just said, I think Osmosis 100.
I know.
I really love the new serum that you have sent me, which is the Clinical, and how do you say the
GeneXC? Yeah, it's amazing.
It has, 2 forms of vitamin C, hexadexyl, ascorbic, and then also as well as L-ascorbic acid, and then it also is jam-packed full of things that I absolutely love. I think it was really a nice addition because I ran out of my Catalyst AC11, which but I said to her, I said, I kind of want to try something a little bit different, maybe something with a real different types of vitamin C. I'm loving it. So that's another one I would recommend. I'm absolutely loving it. I love the Fitglow vitamin C eye serum to die for, or eye cream. I use it every day. And then Lemieux, of course, the TGF booster and their RX serum is fantastic. I also love their essence. They have a beautiful essence.
They do. I love their essence too.
It's so great. And then I have all my stuff here with me. And then I love their isosol recovery spray. So if you guys have heard me talk about the Tower 29 SOS spray on my channel, which is an anti-inflammatory, antifungal. It puts minerals and good things back into the skin. This is very, very similar, but it has a lot more in it. You use these two together. That's how you do them. This is great for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. You just had a breakout. You want to calm the skin. You have rosacea. Love this. So, and I've used this for years.
Awesome. Yeah, I was a little nervous to send you at first the GeneXC because I know how much you love the Catalyst AC11 and GeneXC, whereas Catalyst is a little tacky, it's a little sticky, you have to do some massage. GeneXC is opposite of that, it's very water weight, you have to more press it into the skin before it feels like it's completely gone. But I knew you'd appreciate the science behind it because that's actually one of their newer products. You know, they actually say it makes the skin age backwards, like it takes years off the skin. So there are other products that are super serums, the one with those botanical growth factors, but I was like, let me try this because I know you love tetrahexyldecyl and that has a little touch of it in there. It's going to be great for your skin where, you know, that can kind of help with a little bit of hydration. So yeah, I didn't even know you love it, so I'm glad you do.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then obviously treatments, you know, their vitamin C is the gold standard, and their vitamin C balm is something I use a lot at night, especially in the winter when things are, you know, flaky and dry and things like that. So yeah, you know, can't go wrong with treatments.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, you know, you changed my life. I love your passion. I love your drive. I know everybody else does too. So thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm gonna make sure I link everything you said below as well as your group if that's okay, because I know so many people are definitely gonna want to join. But again, thank you so much. It was such an absolute pleasure. Again, I'm just in awe.
Thank you for having me. It means a lot. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks.